That's a really good question. Thank you. Gives me joy. The whole series is good. I don't know how to express that one. Gives me joy. I mean, originally I would have to say just, that's a good question. Man and His Design, Volume 1, is what gives me joy because it begins with the hope and it shares what manhood is supposed to look like from God's eyes. It's the hope that Christ died for us. You know, the reason why Christ died for us, so we can be reconciled with God again and we can live with Him. Like, that's the hope and the joy. That sets the whole tone for the whole series, right? The other parts of the series, how do we live that out? You know, how do we live God's design out in different areas in our lives, right? How do we look back to understand what happened to us, and so we can dissect those things in order to not be stuck there and not to relive that in the future, but to acknowledge it and understand, okay, how do I go forward? How to understand what traps I might be facing so I can have a plan to protect myself and protect my family against those things. A man in his work, how to enjoy work, what work is supposed to be by God's design, how to live authentically in authentic manhood at work, in marriage, how to be a servant leader, right? Like how to be a servant leader. And that's what biblical manhood looks like in a marriage, is being a servant leader to your wife. And next year we'll be going over a man and his family, and I'm sure that we'll be discussing even further about how God designed us and how we should operate in our family. So like I say, a man in his design is the one that gives me joy and hope, because that's where it's gospel centered and we understand biblical manhood and the following of Jesus' life. And the other ones just support the continuation and give us the how-tos.